Welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I am the host, the Honey Badger, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, as well as other things. Today, I want to ask you, the audience, a question. Do you believe that Grand Design RV is lying or hiding the truth about how many fifth wheels of theirs are affected by frame failure / frame flex? Let me ask that in another way. Okay. Do you believe that Grand Design RV is lying about how many momentums, solitudes, and reflection fifth wheels have this frame flex / frame failure problem? Let me know in the comments section on YouTube, or if you're listening on Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, etc., send me an email. Love to hear from you. I want to hear you guys' reaction. Okay? Now, today there's going to be no foul language. We're going to read an article by rvtravel.com that has been sent to me by multiple listeners, multiple viewers, and I'm going to react to it. If you want to read along, then there will be a link in the description of the episode. I also have a surprise. Not only am I not going to use foul language, but I also have some photographs that are going to help you answer the question I asked you earlier. My tongue is a little tied today. Okay, so to the rvtravel.com. So at the top it talks about, it's by Dave Solberg. It was done on May 14th. It says, important follow-up to Grand Design quality and frame flex issues story. So in essence, we're getting either an opinion piece or a semi-retraction, okay? It says, last Friday, I posted a question from a reader regarding the quality of Grand Design and the rotten floor they had under the slide out. There were some comments, e.g. one stating that he would never buy another Grand Design, others talking about a similar repair, and the technician used marine grade plywood. Sorry, my sniffles are really bad today. There was even a comment from a Tiffin owner that had a rotten floor due to skimping on material and caulking. The point is, every manufacturer can and will have a unit that develops an issue. This is true. The test is how they take care of it. Applause. 100% accurate. Tony Barthel had a post in the Sunday edition of RV Travel talking about what he would recommend when looking to purchase a new unit. He stated several times that every unit will at some point need service work, as it is built by hand and not an automated line with robots like cars and trucks. Okay, here's where I agree and disagree. The agreement is yes, they're built by hand. They are earthquakes on wheels. But even stuff built like cars by robots fail. The Lemon Law rate on automobiles, if you actually go and look at the studies, is still higher than the RV or boat industry. That's right. Stuff built by robots that are machine built, that are all computer generated stuff, fail more times in a Armageddon Lemon Law type of way than stuff built by hand. No, it's crazy. It's not a big percentage bigger, but it's still higher than the boat business or the RV industry. Okay. Now, going down, it says frame flex issue. There has also been discussion on frame flex in pinpointing Grand Design RV, especially in a YouTube video by Keith Ward for RVtravel.com. I do think the content was a bit sensationalized, and since he did not have a comment from Grand Design or Lippert, was not really the entire story. However, Keith did state in their defense he reached out for a comment and had not gotten a response. I would have waited to run the article until that happened. Most manufacturers will not respond directly to someone that has thrown out such allegations, as it most often seems like someone is just looking for a fight and a platform to get more views. This I 100% disagree with. Okay? First off, there's a lot of guys like me, and then there's actual Grand Design owners and other fifth wheel owners that have YouTube videos on this subject, and they're not looking for a fight. They originally were trying to get their rig fixed. They're originally trying to get the manufacturer, in most cases, Grand Design RV, to do the right thing and fix their rig or buy him out of their rig. The only reason this has blown up so big is two reasons. Number one, the amount of Grand Design customers that have come forward and talked about their experience and experiences, the amount of actual people talking about it has increased, and Grand Design has been put on a pedestal as the best in the industry when it comes to building stuff. And if you're not watching this on video, I used air quotation marks. Best in the industry. They are not the best. They have never been the best. They've been good, but they are not the best. Okay? But because of that pedestal, and because they claim for, 10 years now plus, that they're the best at customer service and they take care of their people, their customers, that's why this has gotten so big. This is predominantly a Grand Design problem. And why I say that is because the super majority, not, like 50-50, no, the super majority of folks that reach out to me either own a Momentum fifth wheel toy hauler, a Solitude fifth wheel, and now a Reflection fifth wheel. Now, it does happen in other manufacturers. As we talked about on Monday, Keystone RV, I have 28 reports of Keystone Montana High Country / Alpine that have run into a similar or the same problem. So they are right, but the disparity. So let me give you the order that I have. Top 4. Momentum, number 1. That's the number 1 amount of people that contact me have. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Solitude has surpassed Momentum. So I just looked here on my computer. I forgot to make that note. Solitude is now the number 1 fifth wheel that I get information on from customers about frame failure. Number 2 is Momentum fifth wheel toy haulers. Number 3 is Keystone Montana High Country. This is predominantly a huge number of Solitudes and Momentum fifth wheel toy haulers. That's the super majority of the frame failure problem reported by customers to me. So it's not me saying, oh, Grand Design sucks. No, this comes from the consumer. But the consumers don't feel like they have a platform. The majority of the people that I talk to or communicate with, they just want their rig fixed. And they don't want to pay for it because they feel that this is a manufacturer defect, because the super majority of them tell me that they don't overload their rigs. And we're going to get into that a little bit later today. Dustin Simpson of California RV Specialists did an interview with Keith Ward and provided some good information from his experience in the shop. It's not just a grand design issue, and some responsibility does fall on the owners. Wrong. Not some. Very little responsibility falls on the owners. Okay, I'm not going to disagree that there are people that abuse their rigs. I agree with that. But for the most part, most people are not going to do a bunch of wacky stuff with their fifth wheels or their travel trailers. I'm sorry. Most people are not going into the Outback and taking the rig going, yeah, hit a tree, I mean, come on, let's be real. Okay? Let's be real. The customer, the super majority of the people with this problem, it's not their fault. It's the manufacturer's problem. Okay? I don't care if it's Forest River. I don't care if it's Lance Trailers. I don't care if it's Northwood Manufacturing, which does Arctic Fox. It is their problem, not the customer. But there is a small percentage of people that abuse the crap out of their stuff. Okay? This is the one, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about with this article. You guys can read the rest. It says, so it's from John Anderson, who started RVSEF. When his fifth wheel trailer started blowing out tires, they weighed his rig, and it was grossly over the GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, which is the maximum an RV can weigh with all the contents, including water. They unloaded the unit, and it was still slightly over GVWR with nothing inside. Back then, there were no weight stickers telling what customers could put inside, just these massive compartments all along the bottom of the rig. Okay. John started a Away We Go, weighed coaches at campgrounds and rallies. They found more than 75% of rigs were out of the weight recommendations either by GVWR, individual axle, GAWR, gross axle weight rating, or individual wheel position. I helped him develop the RVSEF safety training kit with 9 topics, including weights and towing, with video and printed material. Even today, the weighing teams are finding almost 50% of units weighed are overloaded in some capacity. Some units weigh over 1,000 pounds more on one side than the other. Exceeding the weight ratings puts stress on components when stopping and starting corners, and especially when maneuvering rough roads. I believe that most of the units that had cracking issue never had the rig weighed by individual wheel position, and most don't know the kingpin weight. So this is a very anti-customer article. Okay, so we need a bunch of people to tell this Dave Solberg that he's full of crap. Okay? First off, did you weigh the fifth wheels? This is the problem with this, okay? I'm getting reports from people that go and weigh their fifth wheel empty, and it's 600, 700, 800 pounds more dry or empty or unloaded than what the weight sticker says. Explain that. So why don't you stop telling people they're overloading their rigs and start putting context into it? Why don't you folks fully unload your coach? Let's go weigh it dry, right? Let's go weigh it dry, and let's see if the weight sticker is accurate. In fact, this is my recommendation for anybody that's buying a fifth wheel. If you're buying a new fifth wheel, make it a part of the deal that before the deal is consummated, please weigh that fifth wheel dry and make sure that the weight sticker is accurate. Fair enough, right? And the dealers get used to it because that's something that's coming. Frame manufactured by Lippert. The frame is manufactured by Lippert and is engineered to have some frame flex along with the outriggers installed by the RV manufacturer. True. Over the years, slide rooms have become more popular, heavy luxury furniture is installed, and residential appliances like heavy double-door, four-door refrigerators have become standard. This additional weight must be taken into account when engineering the frame and outriggers. I know that Lippert has a dedicated team of qualified engineers working with every manufacturer. There is extensive testing both with computer-aided design and actual test rack simulations. However, nobody is perfect. Take, for example, recent issues with Tesla and just about every automobile manufacturer. What makes the difference is how the manufacturer steps up and stands behind their product, which Grand Design has done. No, they haven't. That is a complete lie. You are lying, Solberg. You're lying. You have not talked to the customers. Get off your pedestal at rvtravel.com. Get yourself down into the mud with the customer that is dealing with Grand Design. In fact, I'll put you in touch with one of the Facebook groups administrators of Grand Design major issues and major problems. I'll put you in contact with both admins so you can individually talk to 15,000 people that disagree with that statement. That is a lie. Flat out, that's a lie. Don Clark, President and CEO of Grand Design, issued a statement regarding this issue. It's a lie. This is propaganda. Absolute propaganda. I'm sorry. And look, I'm appreciative that our rvtravel.com promotes my main channel. They've put several of my YouTube videos from my walkthroughs and my finance videos. They put it on there. But this Dave Solberg is an absolute tool. Period, end of report. You are a tool, Dave Solberg. You are a problem. Until you... Look, I'm going to make it simple. I've said this several times. Get off your pedestal, stop believing the propaganda, and get down in the dirt with the customers that are having these major problems and getting the whole runaround. God, I want to cuss so bad. You guys have no idea. Oh, so frustrating. Okay. If Grand Design... Now, I'm going to sit here in 3, 2, 1, 0. Here's some pictures all around the screen that are going to pop up and stay up for a few minutes, okay? If Grand Design was not having a frame problem, if it was not massive, why are all of these fifth wheels in the service area waiting? These aren't even the ones in the bays. The bays are full. These are just the ones out in the service bay area. This isn't even, according to what I understand, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm stupid, who knows? But according to what I understand, these fifth wheels are in the service side of the factory. They aren't what's going out of the actual factory floor into PDI. That's what I understand. That's what I've been told by multiple people that are in Elkhart, Indiana right now. How come every time I turn around, there's another pissed off customer that tells me Grand Design is not taking care of them, that their customer service sucks, that they don't answer the phone with any politeness, they are just rude. How come their service manager, their warranty manager, is now deflecting answers and deflecting questions from actual customers? Why are they sweeping it under the rug so bad? What do they have to hide? And the problem with an article like this by Dave Solberg on rvtravel.com is there's only company, factory, Lippert propaganda. Now I'm going to repeat this one more time, okay, so that way everybody understands. I give the RV factories, and I'm saying factories, so this obviously, so everybody understands, I'm saying this is not just a Grand Design problem. This is predominantly by a big wide figure a Grand Design problem. But every RV factory has this issue, and I blame them and give them 90% of the blame. I give 10% of the blame in combination with the steel manufacturers that provide the steel and Lippert for the frame they're building. I don't think the problem is equal. I think the reality is there's a bunch of lying, there's a bunch of scamming, I think there's a bunch of problems, and I think nobody wants to come out and say, we have a problem, we screwed up. Because the minute they do that, the first thing they think, oh my God, lawsuit, oh my God, we're going to go, they're going to sue us. Look, guys, the reality is all customers want is they want to know you're going to back the product you sell, especially when they're spending $150,000, $200,000 on a fifth wheel that was sold to them because you said you're the best, that you're going to support full-timers, that you're going to be there, and that your sales reps, here's the real screwed up part, the sales reps, and this is a problem with the whole industry. This is the biggest problem with Grand Design and Forest River. Okay? Grand Design and Forest River have one thing in common. Their sales reps are idiots. Not all of them, but the majority of them are morons. They don't know their own. I'll give you an example. I had a Forest River fifth wheel rep come up to me and literally and tell me that what's frame flex? What's frame failure? Wait a minute. You're a Forest River fifth wheel sales rep, and you don't know what frame failure is or frame flex is on a fifth wheel? You're an idiot. Okay? Here's the biggest issue, is you get these guys that walk in like they're peacocks, right? They got their feathers all out. They got their credit card on them. They go to the owner saying, come here, owner, I want to give you a little job, if you get my drift, okay? And let's go get drinks and let's go get dinner. Let me throw money around like I'm rich, right? And then let me go get Del Taco for the rest of the guys, but I'm going to go treat the owner to like $1,000 dinner and a bunch of drinks and golf. And I'm going to try talking into ordering more units, even though I don't know jack about my product or how it's built. I mean, some of these kids are just flat out morons, flat out idiots. I know more about how the majority of stuff is built because I study it. These guys don't study. They walk around like a bunch of alcoholic, gambling idiots. And then a lot of the Grand Design sales guys, these are the guys that train guys at dealerships, and a lot of Keystone guys, and a lot of Jayco guys, and a lot of Forest River guys try to pitch and tell sales guys, oh yeah, you could full time in this thing. We'll cover you with a full-time warranty. That's what these reps, not just Grand Design, obviously. This is an industry problem. They'll have factory sales reps go to these stupid shows and go and tell people, oh yeah, you could do that. Oh yeah, you could do that. We use R25 in the sidewalls, and we use I don't know, like the best insulation in the business. Let me do the shot. Let me smoke some pot, man. I mean, a bunch of them are drug addicts and alcoholics. Bunch of them. And this is a problem because they're the old school guys I grew up with, or I should say grew up in the industry with, that knew their product, how it was built, they knew all the nooks and crannies. They had enough ammunition where they could talk to people intelligently. Okay? Those guys are gone and retired. This new age blood of RV salesmen at dealerships, it's, oh my God, you sold 200 of them? Ain't it pretty, folks? Don't you want to buy it? Ain't it pretty, folks? Don't you want to buy it? Oh, don't you want a discount? Let's not talk about all the things and reasons why you should buy it. It's pretty. Look at the cabinets. Did you know that the guys at Grand Design, the guys at Keystone, the guys at Forest River all say you can live in this rig and they'll come out and help you mobily? This is part of the problem. And this isn't the RV dealership problem. This is a factory problem. That's because idiots are put in place in these high-paying jobs. And the guys that are smart and intelligent have retired. I mean, there were guys I knew that drank and partied like rock stars, that were old school guys. But when I asked them about how the roof was built, what did you use, nails or staples? Did you use screws? How big? How thick? Why did you do this? Why did they do that? They could answer the question. You know what the young guys got from the old guys? The bad drinking habits, the bad partying habits, and not enough knowledge. Come here, Mr. Dealer. My paycheck's really light. Can you order 50 units from me? I know you're overstocked and overloaded, but can you order more from me because I'm out of drinking money? I'm a bum and a homeless person in reality, even though I have a house and a car, because I drink a lot. I drink straight from the bottle. Gulp, 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 gulp. I mean, that's how these guys act. I mean, I'm exaggerating in that respect. But that's the reality. That is a problem in the industry. And it needs to change. It really, really needs to change. Because people need to get the correct information. Period. End of report. They need to stop getting the Dave Solbergs of the world. They need to stop getting the Jason Lippert moron answers on earnings calls. They need to stop listening to the Don Clarks of the world that don't care about anything more than his $32 million in stock he took out. They need to stop listening to some of these huge corporate RV dealership YouTubers because they're just going to tout the company line and the dealership line. They're not going to give you real information because it's going to cost them money and cost them their jobs. And proof in the pudding, guys. Proof in the fact that I must be getting somewhere with people is that now we have increased another one. This is the surprise. We got another corporate RV dealership YouTuber that has subscribed to this podcast on YouTube. The only reason you subscribe is because you support. So just think about that. Until next time, have a good night.